It's Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by the body breaker, Idris Virgo. Idris, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a long time. I don't think we've spoken since you joined the kind of Misfits era, if you like. But yeah, great win for you last week over Aaron Chalmers, Geordie Shore fame. I think he's had one pro fight as well. I seem to
Yeah.
remember his debut. Well, what did you make of the fight? Did it go exactly as you intended?
No, it didn't really go exactly as it intended because the first round was just was a rocky start to the fight. It was great for entertainment, but I got caught with a city shot, and I had to pay a bit of catch up. But as you said at the beginning of this interview, the body breaker, so I had to hit him to the body, dropped him, and then dropped him again after that, um, and then that's it really. Just took him out with an uppercut. So it was a great fight. It was a great fight. It was a great fight. So I'm happy with my performance.
And you were doing pretty well in traditional boxing. Tell us, if you can, why you decided to make the switch to Misfits when it emerged.
Yeah, I was actually doing well in the pro ranks. I do agree, but I seen I seen a better opportunity in the mixed world, better opportunity in the crossover world. I did get slated for me doing boxing when it came out of Love Island. People saying I'm not a pro boxer, I'm more kind of like a TV star. So when I seen that opportunity to join the Misfits, I thought, why not? This is like my cup of tea. I seen Floyd do it. I see Floyd having a good success with it. So I thought, why not follow one of the greatest and give it a go? And these influencers, they're kind of like the pros as well. Yeah, they haven't got the pro record, but they're gaining experience and they are quite tough opponents. They're quite challenging. So it's fun and games for me in Misfits.
I mean, you beat Anthony Taylor pretty clearly, Aaron Chalmers, and these are people that do have some combat sport experience as well. How tough is it to match you, given your background, compared to some of the other influencers?
It's not really hard to match you, to be honest with you. You just gotta look at my first round against Aaron Chalmers. Like, you know what I mean? There's flaws in my armor right there. I don't think it's hard to match me. It's more like I haven't got the clout yet, but I think now I'm gaining the clout from the fight from Aaron Chalmers. For these influencers to fight me. So now I think they will fight me because the clout is kind of there for them. It's more interesting for them. Um, Also they'll face their fears and they will actually fight me instead of freaking thinking, it's dangerous. So I don't really think it's quite hard to match me these days now, to be honest with you. It just depends if they really want it. If they want, they'll fight me.
And the people that have known you through traditional boxing, so former opponents, sparring partners, trainers, managers, so on, how have they reacted to your switch over into Misfits?
But yeah, both. So some are like, yeah, it's a great move, and some are like, oh, you're better than that. But at the same time, as I said before, these influencers, man, they come in like these pro boxers anyway. Like, I'm not trading something what was hard for something what is easy. I actually think both of them are quite hard. So it was just like I think people now are facing the fact like, yeah, I'm an influencer boxer, crossover boxer. I'm not really a professional boxer, and I'm not really a professional boxer anymore now. I'm more like an influencer boxer. So I'll be honest with you, I think I found my home. I found my new home, and I'm happy, and I'm looking to stay.
And with that in mind, what's kind of the ultimate goal in Misfits for you?
I want a mixed bout at light heavyweight. That's my ultimate goal with mixed I want that light heavyweight bout or middleweight bout. What Salt Pappy and Slim is fighting for on October the 14th. So I wouldn't mind fighting the winner out of that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because you targeted Slim after the Taylor win. Obviously, you ended up fighting Chalmers, and he's now going for that belt. Who do you think will come out on top between him and Salt Pappy, and how keen are you to fight the winner? Like, would you want that next?
The tricky one, I do believe, I think Salt Pappy will have the edge over Slim, just because he fought a more credible opponent in Anthony Taylor in his last fight. Um, so I would love to fight freaking Salt Pappy because I think he's going to win for that bout. So yeah, I'll say Salt Pappy.
And how soon would you like to fight the winner, whether it's him or Slim?
Straight after, on the next card, whenever they're ready to fight, I'm game because they've got to defend the belt. So I'll be happy enough to fight them for that belt.
And you had that really good win, as we said last week in Newcastle. But was any part of you a bit disappointed to miss out on the Prime card?
Yeah, 100%, man. The Prime card's a stacked card, and it's with elite fighters and elite names on that card. So I would have wished that I was on that Prime card, but I'm 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 happy enough to headline in the event in Newcastle, and I'm also happy for KSI to fight um, Tommy Fury, and I'm happy just to be there ringside and watching that fight. You know what I mean? I'm happy to support KSI when he's gonna shock the world and he's gonna stamp his legacy in this boxing industry when he beats Tommy Fury.
Were you at the press conference?
No, I wasn't actually. I was training for my fight, so I couldn't really make the press conference.
You didn't have to duck tables and pieces of cake flying around.
Ah, no, I'll probably eating the cake than ducking it, but yeah,
I think we all tried. The cake looked very nice, but I think once it
yeah.
hit the floor, it was inedible. Um, have you still got the same team around you since switching over? So, like, same trainers and that kind of thing?
Now I've just totally changed the team. I've been from Birmingham to London, so I'm training at London Shoot Fighters, and my boxing skills are just elevated a lot harder, and I'm more fit and more sharp since I've moved.
Who's like your main boxing coach now?
He varies from Alexis, and then you've got Harry what does the pad. So I'll say we all work together. So you got Harry, Alexis, and then you got Michael Van Page as well. What gives a little bit of pointers. We all work as a big team.
Yeah, see, a lot of people from a boxing channel perspective might not know much about Alexis, but from a MMA side, obviously a world class striking coach and achieved countless things with other fighters. It must be a great benefit to you.
Yeah, 100%. When you got yourself like you got Derek in the gym as well, what trains with London Shoot Fighters, and you've also got KSI. Like, yeah, man, you're just learning a lot from these kind of people, and especially Alexis from his experience is like it's the best place to be.
Do you do much with KSI in terms of moving around, sparring and stuff? Because he's obviously quite big.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've been prepping himself for this camp with a lot of sparring, and this is why I'm so confident that he's going to be knocking Tommy Fury out on October the 14th. Because if KSI is able to cope what I'm putting on him, I'm not holding back in sparring. I'm literally going there if we can take his head off. Tommy is going to be in for a shock.
What is it that impresses you the most about KSI when you've had those sparring sessions and training alongside him as well?
He's got heart. He's heart and driven to the sport, and his dedication to it. It's motivating myself as well. So that's what's shocking me the most with him. He's just keen, and he's keen to do it, and he's always looking for any mistakes he's made, and he's looking to correct those mistakes. So he's taking this really serious.
How much have you been kind of asked to replicate Tommy Fury's style, and how much have you just been allowed to be yourself in those sessions?
Can't be saying that, can't
Yeah, fair enough. I
I?
was going to say, but stylistically, you're not particularly similar to Tommy Fury. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, you could say that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, yeah. Moving on from that though,
yeah,
you were talked about fighting Tommy Fury a number of times when you were both back involved in traditional boxing.
yeah.
Will you get some sort of satisfaction from if KSI beats him and you've had played a part in that training camp?
100%. It won't be if he win. KSI beats him. 100%. Like, this is what people ask me loads of times. Do you want to fight Coward Tommy Fury? My reply is there's no point because KSI is going to end his career on October the 14th, and I just don't think Tommy's going to think about fighting anyone next. Or worst case scenario, he'll try to get a fight with Logan, or he'll try to get a fight again with Jake Paul to finish himself before he retires from boxing. But other than that, after when KSI beats him, I just don't see him fighting me next. There's no point.
What gives you that level of confidence? I mean, I know you've been in with KSI and the sparring and the training, and that's part of it. But have you seen stuff in Tommy that makes you more confident KSI will come out on top? Like flaws,
I've,
weaknesses?
I've seen a lot of flaws, weaknesses in Tommy, and I just don't think Tommy really want. I don't think Tommy really wants to be doing boxing. I just think his dad wants to do it, and because his brother's Tyson Fury, obviously the last name, it's like he's getting forced to do something he doesn't want to do. Tommy, I don't think really wants to box. He's just doing it because he kind of feel like I like he's gotta do it like so. There's loads of flaws in Tommy, and everyone will see Tommy's not that great on top of the 14th.
Do you have some sympathy for Tommy then, from what you just outlined? That he's in a position perhaps where he doesn't want to be. He's just forced by his famous name.
Not really, because he's a coward. You know what I mean? If he didn't want to do nothing, he's got his own mind and mouth. He could just tell people I don't want to do boxing. He's already kind of said it because he's changed his tune from "Oh, I want to be a world champion" to "Yeah, I want to finish doing the Misfits and influence the scene, and then I want to get into acting." So, mate, what happened to being a world champion? That just shows you really want to do acting. And then at the same time, I seen one of his videos. He said he wants to get into bodybuilding. So his heart's not really into the boxes. He's more into I want to do bodybuilding and an actor. He doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean? He's just doing it because of his dad.
And so, just finally, then, in terms of a prediction, we know who you think is going to win. Do you feel KSI will stop Tommy, or do you think it will go the distance?
Yeah, I think KSI will start Tommy either the second round or the fourth round. If it goes to points, KSI obviously will win on the points, but I do believe KSI will not Tommy Fury out either the second round or the fourth. You know me in predictions, I am right. Look at my last fight. I said 1 or 3, and I got the guy out in the third round. So I
You do
don't think
have
I'll
a
do wrong.
certain element of control over that, because you're the one in there
Yeah,
throwing the punches to end the fight.
yeah, true.
It
But
helps.
I'm confident in KSI and I'm confident what he can do, and I just can't wait for October the 14th.
And then hopefully you back out before the end of the year.
Yes, hopefully I want at least if we get 2 more fights by the end of this year, mate, I'll be so happy, man. I'll be so freaking over the moon. But worst case scenario, at least I want 1 more fight by the end of this year. At least one more would do me well.
Perfect. Well, really appreciate your time. And yeah, let's catch up again when the next fight date's in the books.
Yeah, sound. Cheers for that.